Do you guys love dubstep? Riddim? Huh? Today I'm going to show you how to make some really crazy dark Riddim dubstep. Let's go! Good evening guys, it's great to be back. We just reached the notorious 10k subscriber milestone. Thank you so much for that. I can't wait to get back to building this channel up. I have a lot of crazy things coming up, and today we are going to look at the project file of Need You, my latest single made in collaboration with Eda Lovelace and SubAtlas. We will be taking a look at the mixing project in the FL Studio. I'm going to show you all of the building blocks, all of the stems that went into this track. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But let's dive into the tutorial. I've organized the stems by having drums here at the top, and then the vocals and instruments on this part. Then I have basses, effects and automations at the bottom. Let's start with the drums. Let me solo the drums. And if you haven't checked out the track, go listen to it on Spotify, on YouTube. It really helps you to understand what's going on this walkthrough. On the intro we have these atmospheric Foley drums. They are really soft and have a lot of reverb, and these Foley elements are kind of enhancing the soft mood or the low intensity of these drums. Towards the drop we are kind of transitioning to more EDM-ish, electronic drums. First with these claps and build drums, and kind of slowly shifting the mood towards more harder EDM themes. Then we have the drop fill, and then the main drums. The drum pattern on the first drop is really simple: half tempo, drum groove, a lot of crashes, hi-hats, reverse crashes. Nothing too crazy. That's really all there is to the drums. On the verses we have different variation of the drop drums, and the second half is pretty much just a repetition. Instrumentation on this track is very light. I really didn't have too many elements. I wanted to keep it really mysterious, really atmospheric, and I think here less is kind of more. The vocals are really present and really big driving factor of this track, so I wanted to keep the instrumentation on the background during the verses. But let's listen to it. We start by having these church bells. And these kinda smaller bells. We have this main pad, and then this more atmospheric pad on top of it, really bringing in this haunting, mysterious feeling. Then we have orchestra. And that's pretty much it for the like verses. On the breakdowns, breaks, build-ups, whatever, we wanted to really have this empty vacuum of everything, so when we move from the verse, most of the elements just drop out and it's only the vocals. It really like gives this like haunting, empty feeling.
Truth or fiction.
Then on the build up we have some melodic elements. We have these trance up. It's so beautiful. Should have used more of this element. It's just wonderful. Other than that, there is only like the bass groove going on. And that's about it. Drops. And this first drop is from SubAtlas. They, as I mentioned, did so good job with this one. It's absolute chaos. I had the drop basses bus to this one like stem. So let me play to you. Crazy. Let me solo the drop basses. And other than that, there is only like the vocals going on. On this part, there is a lot of post-processing going on this stem. Limiting, more limiting, and like really trying to get this stem in your face, loud and aggressive as possible. On the second drop we have so on the second drop, I have this big growl to start the drop. Then some like glitches or like bass fills. And then the main rhythm groove. So this is pretty straightforward. Over here I used a little sample from the first drop to bring these drops together a little bit more. We have some super saw chord hits which are really not audible since the vocals are kinda overwhelming on this part. Then different variation of the growl bass and fills and rinse and repeat the main groove. That's about it on the basses. Then we have the vocals. Now these were so much fun to work with. Let me just solo the vocal bars. We have these ad-libs.
I hate that I need you. These halls feel darker when you're.
So basically there is these ad-libs, and then we have these whispered ad-libs. And the main vocal, which over here is buzzed out. Originally it probably had like 3 to 5 or 6 stems combined, so like there's a lot of things going on, but this is kind of what it sounds like.
I hate that I need you. These halls feel darker when you're not here. I don't know what to do.
So mixing wise, these vocals took a little bit time to fit on track. We ended up redoing stems multiple times just because, like, with every take the vocals kept getting so much better, and like we came up with all these cool ideas about the ad-libs and like different melodies. So it took us some time to get these right. Eda has really strong and kind of lower pitched voice, so I wanted to make sure it really stands out on the track and has its bass since like on the build-ups.
Truth or fiction?
It's really majestic, and I wanted to make sure I do it right, so spent a few hours on these. Other than that, there is only like effects. Let me just solo the. So like. Nothing crazy like reverses, like sub booms or downlifters. Nothing too crazy, but those are important parts of the tracks. I've made videos before explaining how I do effects, so check out those if you want to learn more. Of course, there's a lot of automation which we do not have time to go over, but that's kind of like the main overview of the track. I hope you learned something new. I hope this was informative. If you haven't already, check out the track. It's out on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Also check out Eda. I have her links down in the description. Check out the SubAtlas guys. Those guys have been cooking up some really crazy stuff, and I'll catch you on the next video.